So over my 29 years of life, I like to think that I've been with a pretty decent amount of girls. I mean, I've had girlfriends on both hands, and then I've dated and hooked up with like multiple girls. And what I'm going to talk about in this video is something that most men literally don't do. You're going to be getting involved with women that you really shouldn't be involved with. And this is typically where you're going to end up getting your heart broken, or you're going to become like literally just miserable because of the type of woman that you're around. And so in this video, I'm going to be talking about being careful which girls you allow into your life. I've got a list of different girls here, 3 of them to be in particular that I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to share with you my experiences of being with girls like this, so that way you, hopefully after watching this, are going to become more like picky with the girls that you allow in your life. If you're newer to dating, or even if you're just watching this to get better at dating, this is from my experience, and if I have experienced this before, I promise you so many other guys have as well, and likely their experiences are going to be the exact same as mine, because history tends to repeat itself. So let's dive right into it. Okay, so the first girl I want to talk about is going to be angry girls, or I would even say girls that have like a major fucking attitude problem, or like they get angry, they start like belittling you and saying. So this is gonna be like 2 girls in particular that I'm talking about here, bro. Holy shit, guys. When you're around women that are just like angry, and I get it, man, like girls complain all the time. I know a lot of hot girls in the area that I'm at, that go to my gym, that I'm friends with, that do nothing but bitch and complain all of the time, and they just love doing it. That's just what they're conditioned to doing. I will say, however, that if you're gonna hang around a girl that is angry, or that bitches and that complains about something all of the time, I promise you, you are gonna start finding yourself bitching, complaining, and being angry all of the time, especially if the girl's angry too. I know I'm typically a guy that's like fucking like super happy, man, could talk to anybody. I like being in good moods. I don't like being negative. I don't have to be. This girl that I'm talking about right now, I've known this girl for years, and I never thought that she was angry all the time. But then again, her and I never really hung out like on an intimate setting like we started doing a couple years ago. And and this is actually going to tie into the second one too, this girl was going through a recent separation with her, I think it was fiance. They weren't married yet, but they were getting there, and he broke up with her, which now that I look back of it, I'm like, wow, I wonder why he did that. This girl right here, and maybe her attitude was the reason why, but I always felt like she would find a reason to complain or to get angry at something. Jesus Christ. I'm telling you, man, I feel so bad, because like I ended up ghosting this girl, and her and I used to be on like really good terms. So looking back at my behavior, if I could go back in time, I would not do that. I would tell her this is why I don't think this is gonna work out. She deserves that, because that's very childish what I did, and I'm admitting that, because I got so fed up and sick and tired of just being around this girl, because every single time I was around her, the sex was fun, but every time I was around her, my energy just plummeted, bro, because she would always just complain about something. Like, oh my God, like, dude, can't you find a reason to be happy? Jesus. And this girl I found like wanted to go out and like party all the time. When I think about it, it could have been because of the separation she was going through, that she was just finding a way to like fucking mask the hurt that she was experiencing. I mean, I've been through breakups. I'm sure we've all been heartbroken before. It sucks, man. So can I blame her for it? No, but there's likely better coping mechanisms out there instead of going out smoking or drinking like she did. The second girl I want to talk about in this first one is I had another ex-girlfriend that would get angry at me for like no fucking reason. When you start understanding attachment styles, now I know why this girl did that. But what would happen is like her anger would like escalate to what's called protest behavior. So this is more like the anxiety side, where because I wasn't responding to her in the way she wanted, then she would start like calling me names and all this other shit to escalate her behavior to get a reaction out of me. That's what protest behavior is. And dude, this girl would do this for like 2 to 3 days straight, bro. To this very day, I have her blocked on Instagram. To this very day, anytime I start talking to a new girl, post them on my Instagram, I'm always like, is this girl gonna come back around and then like try to talk to this girl or whatnot? Like that's how fucking bad it was being involved with this girl. Okay, so number 2 then, the second girl I wanna talk about is you gotta be careful when it comes to a girl going through a breakup or a divorce. The last girlfriend I ended up dating, and this was a phenomenal girl. I've talked about her in some of my other videos. I won't name the name, but I talked about like our relationship, what I did. So it was the best girlfriend I've ever had. However, she was going through a divorce with her husband who treated her like absolute fucking dog shit. And I agreed to get with her because they were separated for over a year, but he was holding up the divorce and it didn't get finalized until I came into the picture and helped her, find a lawyer and get things rolling. And actually it worked out for her. Thank God, because this guy was trying to fucking take everything from her. If they're going through a breakup, I just asked a girl recently, because I fucking matched with this girl on Facebook, and Facebook is such like a terrible spot to match with people, terrible, at least as far as like looks go for my standards. But I matched with this girl and we were talking, and then out of nowhere, she was like, hey, I just want to let you know I got my heart broken recently, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, I'm glad you told me that, but I was like, how long ago did this happen? And she goes, we weren't anything like special. We were only talking for 3 weeks. I'm just very sensitive. Bro, this girl said she got heartbroken after 3 weeks, dog. Talk about a major red flag. Like if a girl was dating a guy for 2 years and it's only been like 3 or 4 months, she's likely still gonna have feelings for this guy. And if you get involved with that, dude, I'm telling you right now, man, right from experience with this girl who's going through a divorce. She broke up with me, told me I was the best boyfriend she ever had, but there were still times in our relationship where I'm like, dude, it still seems like you're hung up on your husband. It's been over a year. Now, they were married for 4.5 years. So that's a long time. When I look back at it now, yeah, I'm sure there's still like lingering feelings there. The dude treated her like garbage. That's not something you can just like get rid of. And I'm not justifying my situation because I still chose to get involved with it. But if you're going to be involved with a girl that's going through a breakup, if that ex isn't in the picture, it's likely he or she could come back in the picture. And if you're competing against an ex, she's got more emotional time and investment in this guy. If you're doing everything right, and you're hanging out, having sex, and having fun, and you're doing everything right to keep her attraction high, and then she just bounces all of a sudden, it's very possible this ex came back into the picture, and that you're just not gonna win there, man. If you're gonna choose to get involved with a girl going through a breakup or divorce, I would say that you need to let her do the pursuing 100% of the time. So if you're asking this girl to hang out, you're already setting yourself up for failure. But if she comes around and starts texting you and then you ask her to hang out, that's good. If she's reaching out to you first, then you can plan to see her, okay? But with a girl like this, if you get involved with someone like that and you get attached to them, you're gonna get hurt. Because their feelings just aren't where they need to be yet. They're not in like a healed environment. I don't care how hot the girl is, okay? This girl was beautiful. And I had a great time with her, but it only lasted a year. And that sucks. I lost a lot of money in that relationship. But you do that with every girlfriend. So let's move on to the next one. A girl who doesn't reciprocate the same kind of effort or love or attention or whatever it is that you desire in a relationship. Us men, when we get into a relationship, we are gonna absolutely go out of our way to be the best man we can for this girl. That's just how we're wired. It takes us time, effort, money, and energy and emotional distress dealing with a woman. And if we get involved with a woman romantically and we're in a relationship, that's our girl. The hardest part, and I think this comes with a lack of experience when it comes to like relationships, so this is talking from experience. The hardest part is when you do all of these things for a girl and you can very clearly see she is doing like the bare minimum. The hardest part is walking away from this girl. Again, I had to learn this the hard way, unfortunately. I would do all these things for this girl and then it just felt like she would just do the bare minimum for me. Girls need to be more than just somebody that you can have sex with. This is your partner. You want to have good conversations with her. When you spend time with her, you want it to be fun. You want the sex to be great, sure, but a girl's not there just to have sex with. A girl should be a complement to your life. And if that's all she's good for, you really shouldn't be getting in a relationship with that girl in the first place. That's just not good to her because women naturally want connections. They naturally, now in modern day, that can be, I guess, kind of hard to say because you've got girls on Instagram that are sleeping with 100 dudes in less than 24 hours. Like, that's disgusting. You notice your girl's not doing like as much for you in return. I want you to understand that a normal, healthy relationship with a normal, healthy girl, this girl is gonna want your attention all of the time. She's gonna wanna be there for you. She's gonna wanna give back to you. She's gonna wanna do stuff for you. That's a normal, healthy girl. So if you're in a situation like I was in, where you're with a girl right now that literally does bare fucking minimum, I'm telling you, my guy, you need to walk away and it's gonna be hard. But I promise you, there is another girl out there. I don't know when she's gonna come into your life, but I promise you, there is a better woman out there that will do the things that you do for her in return. That's what women are naturally like fucking good at doing. Men, our job as men is to go out there and chase our goals, our mission, our passion, our purpose, to, you know, break through barriers, go through rejection, and just that's what we're designed for as men, to deal with the hard shit in life, to be the supporters, the providers, the safety net, the safety shield for the girl. It's the woman's job. Look at a traditional woman. Cook, clean, take care of the family. They nurture the relationship between the man. That's just, if we look at like natural, like men and women behavior, men have always went out and provided, women have always nurtured like the family. That's what women are good at. Like from a biological level, that's what women do. So a normal, healthy woman is gonna want to do stuff for you. And if you're not getting that right now, like I haven't in my past, and this could stem from, again, if you understand attachment styles, if I didn't say that earlier, if you grew up in a really broken family, you're not gonna know what a healthy relationship's like. Most people want to be in relationships. Okay, like that's men and women. We want to be in a relationship. If we get into one, we want to hold on to it, even if it's not working out. This is why trauma bonds form, because people have low self-esteem and they don't think that they can find better. So you have to take my advice or advice from other guys that girl's out there. But until you experience that, you're not going to believe it. But you can, and it's out there. You just have to learn how to go out and approach girls in person. Don't rely on fucking dating apps. Work with someone like me who can teach you the social skills and the confidence to go out and approach girls. Getting rejected's not that bad, man. The more you do it, the more you're gonna see, wow, you know what, that really wasn't that bad. The anxiety comes from just talking to her in the first place. But when you go and talk to her, you're like, all right, yeah, cool, that was it. I went to Publix earlier today, just started fucking calling everybody cute and pretty right in front of everybody. I just, multiple people. And it's fun. It gets fun over time. So that's gonna be the video, guys. Hey, I hope you really got something from this. Again, these are the 3 types of women that I would avoid and allow, like, I would avoid allowing in your life. If you like this video, man, please like, comment, and subscribe. And listen, if you're a guy that wants to get better at dating and relationships, click the link in the description and see if my book's for you. Same thing, man. You want to work with me on coaching so we can work on these social skills? Link in the description. Just book a time to talk with me. And hey, if you like this video and you learned a thing or two from it, check out this one right here. You're likely going to learn just as much as you did from this one as well. With that being said, guys, hey, man, I'll see you in the next one.